like Daraboso of Arocha, Ghana, Nanaya himself, is that key persons within the government have been mentioned. If you take a look at the Professor Frimpong Boateng report and many other, reports that have come in, that there are key functionaries of the government who have been fingered in the galamsey and cutting down of trees and ruining our forests. But they have not been dealt with, nor have those issues been investigated. That in itself will create some level of apathy if you ask people to come out and plant trees or nurture those trees, because they see you to be the ones encouraging them to plant trees, yet you are the very ones destroying the trees to the detriment of all. What do you say to this conundrum?
3FM. Certainly, if it is established that there are people in leadership or people who are supposed to be high-level public figures involved in illegal mining to the extent of exploiting mineral resources within forests or nature reserves, then they have to be brought to book. Who will bring them to book? I think that at the end of the day, the executive has a responsibility to, and of course, Parliament also has a responsibility to. And so I would expect that probably the Committee on Lands and Natural Resources, Lands and Forestry, may convene a meeting, and then probably, I know that there are moves to get a parliamentary inquiry into the report. If that comes up, then Parliament probably will take over, and then and then get the investigation going on. I also understand that the president has asked the CID to also investigate it. I'm not sure whether that investigation has commenced, but I want to believe that it has commenced. And so we will see what the report says. But of course, civil society has a role to play as to be able to put pressure on the state institutions and demand accountability on these issues. So whilst we in Parliament may commission a parliamentary inquiry into the matter, right. I think we must still rely on civil society to also sustain the pressure, so that we are all watchmen over our environment.
Honorable, did you say may or shall?
Which one is that?
For the parliamentary probe into the galamsey issues, did you say may or shall?
I'm saying that. I'm using may because if the motion for that is not filed, then it means that you are not going to have that action taken.
Will you take that? Will you take the action? So will you take the action as the boss or the chairman of the committee on environment in Parliament to do this on behalf of all Ghanaians?
I could do that in my personal capacity as an MP, but because it's going to be a committee kind of inquiry, the jurisdiction of or the oversight of mining and forestry lies with the Committee on Lands and Forestry.
Okay. Honorable, I thank you very much indeed for your time. That's MP for Oforikrom,